Candice and Guy love the fun part of decorating. Did you do this yourself?
Isn't it pretty?
But they're drowning in a sea of neglected repairs. And they don't have a clue how bad it really is. It's sickening. There's no good wood here. It's time for a wake-up call. This is dry rot.
That is amazing.
As I shock them into action. We have a plan. I'll show them how to care for their home the right way. I'm Kristi Hansen. I'm a contractor and a plumber. Hey, I know life gets hectic, but that's no reason to neglect your home. So I'm gonna step in and help these homewreckers. Candice and Guy have called me in to help with some repairs that have been piling up. All right, here we are. I hear that they just finished a big kitchen reno. Ew. Ooh. But before I head in to meet them, I want to have a look outside of their house for signs of trouble. The roof is terrible. I mean, it's super mossy, super soggy, and it's not a good idea to leave moss on your roof. It's holding moisture. If the outside's neglected, it gives me some sense of what's going on inside. I'm not a big fan of that skylight. Flashing is meant to go under the roofing. It certainly couldn't be keeping water out of their house. And if it is, then they're very, very, very lucky. It's rotten. I should not be able to pick it off like that with my bare fingers. I'm squeezing it and it's like a sponge. I'm filling up my hands with water. This roof is done. I hope it's not this bad inside.
Hi,
Hello.
Kristi.
Hi, Candice.
I like my house.
I love our house.
He loves our house, and I like our house. I'm very afraid of what she might tell us and how dire things might be that we think aren't.
My big fear is the fact that someone is going to come in here and almost critique the work that I've done.
This is quite a kitchen.
It's a great kitchen.
It's pretty great.
I'm a plumber. I don't have a pot filler. How long did you spend on this kitchen?
Every Sunday for a year.
Every Sunday for a year. Did you do this yourself?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
It was just a must-do, was that kitchen.
I did all the work, so of course that saves an awful lot of money just on labor. So we
half.
figured that it cost us about $22,000.
We just remortgaged and...
Yeah.
So you took a big whack out and then
Yes.
took the year to do that.
Yes.
They obviously take pride in their kitchen. Who wouldn't love that? But this is the sort of thing I see all the time. Homeowners just focusing on the pretty and forgetting about the practical. You can't do that. Everything else can wait.
Yes.
We are
Yes.
committed to this kitchen.
Yes.
Everything else can wait.
Yes.
Everything else.
Yes.
Did you feel like there's parts of your house falling to rotten pieces?
I don't think we ever did we?
No.
The roof? Because I
Yes.
call that falling apart.
They told us to change it 10 years ago, but then I would have lost 10 years of life out of the roof because the roof hasn't leaked for 10 years.
Knock on wood, it's been fine so far.
You know, you have the Taj Mahal of kitchens. And imagine if your roof caved in, what would your kitchen be if that was gone? Because that's where that's at. Yeah.
Are you looking at something that I should be looking at at the same time,
Sorry, I
Kristi?
don't
You're
need
scaring
looking.
me.
Can you see this little spot in the corner there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's water. Yeah, that's a little spot of water. And in my world, if it's one drip running down, it's a
Yeah,
huge problem.
absolutely.
Is there anywhere else in the house that you're like,
The bathroom. I'm now thinking if we were surprised about this, I'm a little bit afraid of what they might find next.
yes, the bathroom. Oh!
Right there.
I'm just gonna get a little
ahead.
closer to it.
You do what you have to do.
Yeah, that's nasty. I'm sure your kids bathe in here. Do you feel good about that? I'm thinking they're getting out of the tub and they're still dirty, but they have a little more dangerous dirty. How do you feel about bathing in here?
I read a book. When I
closes
sit
her
in the
eyes in
bath,
the
I
tub.
read a book, and then you don't see the mold.
It's like when the check engine light comes on in your car and you put the little business card over the check engine light and it makes it all better because you can't see it.
I have no idea how they're ignoring that mold in the bathroom. If they can ignore that, what else are they ignoring? Do you have some
Yeah.
issues that you're aware of that you wanna show me?
What's gonna happen in the garage?
Oh, you can hear water. Oh, so here's the garage I've been waiting to
it.
see. So this is your deck.
Correct. That's where it starts there.
So how
just-
long has it been in this state?
Candice, I don't know. It has
3
to
years?
be probably about 3 years. That was a cut, no bigger than an inch.
Oh my goodness.
That's where it started.
Probably a $20 repair.
If that.
When I'm doing laundry, all the time when I hear the rain, I think, is today the day it falls in on me? Is today the day?
One of your light kids
Yes.
could step over that and
Easily.
plunge to this. I knew that there was a deck problem. I didn't know how bad that was. I'm very concerned about the integrity, not just of that deck, but what's on this side of the deck,
The house.
the house. This is hands down the most serious crisis I've seen in the house. I need to get a closer look at how bad the damage is. It's like stepping on cake. This is a disaster to have it get to this state. It's not just sagging, it's like it wants to go. Oh, look at this. It's melting. There is no good wood here at all.
The house isn't as sound as maybe I thought that it was.
And I always tell people this is going to get so much worse before it gets better. I feel like they should be overwhelmed, but they're not. Maybe they will be once they see more.
Are we supposed to be looking for Kristi waving out a window or a door or something?
We have no idea what's going on today. No idea.
No idea.
I think the purpose of them seeing this house is showing to them a larger scale of damage. If they keep neglecting the house the way that they have been, this is what it's going to become.
We're worried.
Oh, well, you know what? You should be worried. This is dry rot. This is what happens to wood when it's exposed to the elements.
Wow.
So come meet my buddy Andrew here.
Hello, Andrew.
Candice and Guy.
I deal with disaster restoration
That's
and water
right.
damage.
What happened with it is there was a roof leak and it saturated the side of the house.
Wow.
Like your eaves troughs have started to fail. That's what will start this process.
I want to take us to where we think it might look a little bit like what you have. Here's where it gets a little bit more serious because this is the reality of household damage. I want to make sure that you're not using the jack because this is what's holding up the house, and
Wow.
this came from a roof leak.
So the roof, the leak, it went through and then down the inside of the wall again.
Water's job is find its way back into the earth. So this is the action of wood becoming saturated. It's expanding, it's dry.
I mean, you can literally,
Wow.
that's what's holding up the house right now.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's also a beautiful illustration of how a $50 repair turns
Right.
into a $100,000 repair.
I don't even have words. My heart's skipping. I don't
Yeah.
even have words.
Candice and Guy definitely got it. When you see minimal damage, and it's so easy to ignore it, and it's so important that you don't.
I'm scared to go home and see that it could even potentially be the problem that's here.
Candice and Guy's deck is so rotten, I've done some temporary repairs so it's safe to work on. We know that we have issues in this house.
Yes.
I feel pretty strongly about your roof, and there's definitely bathroom issues. But the thing that brought the same amount of alarm for me as the house we saw earlier was this deck. We have to fix this. Is this
Yes.
how you feel?
Yes.
So I've been crunching some numbers.
Get
I
out.
don't think so either.
Okay. Are you gonna stop, right?
Do you think it's $1,500?
I don't even want to answer.
It's $15,000. And that's just our estimate without having torn it up yet.
That's
Do you
why
remember
I
how
wanted
much
to.
it was?
I figured that I probably could have fixed it for less than $30.
It's a significant number that we're talking about here, and I'm gonna help you guys out. I'm gonna give you $8,000.
I like that.
I need to know that you guys are committed to making this happen.
We have to.
We have to be.
Good for you
We have
guys.
to be.
In return for my help, Candice and Guy will owe me a favor.
I'm afraid that 15,000 will turn into 150,000.
That's exactly it, because
If
you
we
just
don't-
saw that.
We did.
So, this is what we're gonna do. We have a plan. We're gonna tear out the rail. We're gonna lift up the deck. We're getting rid of these glass doors. This is gonna be an exciting step for them. So I'm not doing this deck by myself. Right now, today, we're gonna take the first steps towards stopping that pattern and starting a new one. You guys are gonna help us with this demo. This is my right-hand man, Jordan. Where do you wanna start?
Let's get the railing up first.
Wow.
Excellent!
It's a major relief to be working on the deck now, to be getting it done and knowing that, yes, it's going to be safe.
Guys, that's gotta feel good.
Here we go.
Gordon's gonna take over a little bit for us from here and actually want to take you to do some other work on your house. Gutters. So here's your ladders. And gloves, yeah. Something like cleaning out your gutters is easy. That's something that you can do yourself. I wouldn't mind if you came down, actually, and we just move your ladder a little closer. Okay. Because I don't want you reaching. It's okay. Just stick your hand in there. You can wash them.
You know, I never thought I'd see Candice in brown overalls on a ladder cleaning the eaves troughs.
The overalls part.
The overalls part. And the cleaning the eaves trough part.
When it rains, the stuff that's on your roof is getting pushed into your gutters.
Oh, yeah, and that's where the water goes down, right?
And if it's blocked, that's how it fills up and that's how it starts raining over the edge.
Truly, that's what I was thinking about this morning, where it was an eaves trough problem and a little leak from the house. And
Yeah.
that was all I could think about on the drive home.
So it's not like you just have to do it once and it's done. You gotta keep doing this. You should check this out every fall and every spring.
Twice a year.
Twice a year would be ideal. I'm out of here.
Now that Kristi's gone, inside of the house is my job. Outside is yours.
Don't.
While Candice and Guy are bonding over their gutters, it's time for me to see how bad the damage is under the deck. For me to peel back the deck and to see that level of saturation through the plywood, I mean, that's just the worst condition I've ever seen plywood in. Coming down.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, look how crappy that is over there. Yeah, look at that, that's pretty bad. The rot's already setting in. But it doesn't actually look completely destroyed, so that's
Well, what I'm happy about, it
promising.
doesn't look like it's got beyond under here.
Yes, I was pretty certain that there was going to be big joist issues, so I was happily surprised. But where that beam has been cut into, that's not good. I don't like
I don't like it
that's
either.
not good at all. We were lucky the rot on the supporting joists didn't reach the house. But we've got another issue with that notch that's been cut out of the main beam. That's supposed to be holding up the house. We're gonna have to do something about that. This is shocking. Making the problem worse, the glass doors above the notch are providing some support, which they shouldn't be, and they're about to come out. As soon as we take out the sliding glass doors, it's just like, what do we have here? Everything's just like, whoa. You know, we have nothing stabilizing this whole half of the house. Why don't you come in and get a good look? You can see how the deck is rotted right through. Plywood doesn't get any more saturated than that.
No.
Guess what? The main damage stayed at the deck level.
And
Not in the house?
It didn't get through to the house.
There was a sigh of relief because when you look up, there was not the dry rot on the wood. It wasn't crumbling. It wasn't falling apart.
Not
So-
a moment too soon, I would say.
no,
Not a
Yes.
moment
I'm sure
too
of it.
soon.
Too soon. But I knew it wasn't all going to be happy.
We still have a problem, however, which is this notch through the beam.
Yeah.
It's sickening. I'm trying to not look at it.
It was one of those things that we saw when we bought the house and never thought about it again.
Gordon and I, we're addressing this area next. Our solution then is to put structural support underneath that notch. Yeah, let's do it.
Right on.
Okay. The post will help take the weight under that notched beam and keep the house above it safe. Did you need a break? So it's like that notch is a non-issue now, hey? Now that we've shored up the damaged beam, we can take out those sliding doors and get back to work on the deck.
Oh my God. There is nothing holding that window in.
So there's nothing holding the door on? Look at that! No way, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, there is something holding the door. It's this guy right here. But don't worry, there's one on the other side too.
So we're good. The sliding glass doors were only held in by 2 nails, like toe-nailed in, bent around the edges just to hold that whole heavy structure upright, and then relying on the siding of the house to help hold it in. It's not the right way to do it. This one bitty nail. Jeez.
It's easy,
One
isn't it?
big nail doing all that work. Feeling how heavy that is shows what kind of weight we got bearing down on major structural support. When putting in the new deck, we were hoping to remove and reuse the existing shakes on either side. At least, that was our plan. We can't work with this. We can't tie into this.
I think it's done.
Look at this, it's just...
There's no meat left in it.
We already knew that their roof was in bad condition, but all of the shakes that you can see down the side of the deck, they're just in such a terrible state. Candice and Guy weren't planning on a new roof yet, but I need them to commit some more money to both sides of the deck because we can't work with those old shingles.
What's going on?
Shingles. Pretty nasty, hey? Remind you of anything?
It's a little bit like the other house we saw.
We're looking at that kind of issue with your roof. We weren't planning on doing this, but I wasn't planning on the roof being as bad as it is. I can't work with that. Probably looking at about $500 to replace what's there right now.
Right,
For now, we'll just go ahead with replacing
beside the deck.
everything beside the deck.
Okay.
Today is an exciting day. We fixed up the deck, put down the new joists, and it's all really, really good. I feel great about it. Now we've got some finishing touches coming in. We've got the vinyl deck guys coming in.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. We've got sliding glass doors coming in.
Absolutely gorgeous doors, mate. All right, Candice and Guy, the homeowner. We don't want him to see it because it's a surprise if we get this top over it.
Okay. So, big impact for visuals on our job today. Ladies first. I don't get called that very often, hey?
What, lady?
Yeah.
Not that often, no.
We've built the deck with a slight slope and extended it so the water can run off into the gutters below. As it should. Thanks for letting me help, guys. He's just putting down a bead of silicone so that, you know, there's some separation for the moisture to stay outside and not come inside. It's exciting, hey?
I love it.
And I heard about, 200 screws go into this thing.
As opposed to a bent nail.
I guess so. Yeah, they did a really nice job down here. You could quite literally fill this deck with water.
You can have a real swimming pool this time without anything going underneath.
No, it's really nicely done. The ultimate goal for the deck is for it to be completely waterproof to make sure that we don't end up with the same problem. And my favorite part, this deck will be good for 40 years. Woo! Today is reveal day. So I get to show Candice and Guy for the first time what we've done to their home. We just have some finishing touches to do. Once we get some final things done, they can come in and have a look at their new deck and their new garage.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah.
It's all lovely now.
This is better than Christmas right now. I am so excited. If I could say it, I'm gonna pee my pants.
Are you excited? Yeah.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
I know.
Wow. Wow, this is not the same room.
It is not the same
not the
room.
same garage. Holy cow.
And what happened last time we were in your garage together? It poured rain in.
Poured rain.
Yes, it did. You dreaded coming here to do laundry.
Oh,
Right.
it was a pit.
This is where you said to me, I wonder, is today the day?
Yeah.
Is today the day that it's going to collapse on us?
Finally, the garage is taken care of. It looks so safe. It looks secure. It looks like one less problem. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful.
Look at
There's no
this.
black. It's all new beams.
Yeah, all of the joists have been replaced here and even further than we needed to, for the whole length of the deck.
Oh, it's fabulous in there.
It was more than we ever could have hoped for.
I love seeing
Wow.
people get excited about raw wood. We supported on either side of that notch.
And it's
Well, that's
perfect for
perfect.
bikes
I
and
was just
stuff.
thinking more.
It's beautiful.
This is-
I can't even.
Look at you, you're
This is the garage.
She's
I'm not
welling
gonna
up
stay
over
here.
a garage. I really want to take you guys upstairs.
I can't believe how beautiful. I love this.
Love it.
Feeling all bit clamped?
Yes. Just a big drum roll.
Remembering the last time we stood here,
We couldn't even open it.
we had trouble opening the
It
door.
opens that way.
Oh, it doesn't just open that way.
Oh, come on.
Come on out with me, guys.
Holy. It's like an infinity deck.
An
Unbelievable.
infinity deck.
Oh my, holy cow.
We truly have never sat on that front deck since the day we bought the house.
It's unbelievable.
Fingers even. He's only using fingers. Oh.
The new deck would have been, that would have been
Yeah.
everything for me. For this to be safe,
Yeah.
but to have all of this railings.
Glass railing.
I feel elated to be able to hand their home back over to them and say, this is yours from here on out.
It's so
We
gorgeous.
do have to do the roof.
Yes.
Makes the rest of it look so bad. It shows how bad it really is.
Guys, let's test out your deck with a little bit of water here.
Oh, I love it.
Vancouver Day. Whoa. That is
Look,
unbelievable.
you can see it actually sheeting
is-
off.
It's like a science experiment.
I want to be able to tie this all together for you guys, and I wanted to give you guys a little reminder that Gordon built with his very own hands.
I love it.
And it
is our roof.
that is your roof, but also the house you visited.
Well, I think the roof definitely is the next priority. Without a doubt, that will be the next big one.
You're supposed to want to do this because when you've done this for your home, you've done it for your family.
Thank you so much. We'll never forget it. Never.
So once you enjoy your deck, I'm going to get out of your hair.
Come back anytime. I think we're going to be proud homeowners.
Yes.